Hello and welcome to this movement session. We are all going through a really challenging time. Everyone in our country, everyone in our world, and a lot of what is confronting us has been around for a long time. And some of what's confronting us is new. And we've all been worked really hard, I think, by the experience of the COVID crisis. And so right now, everyone that I speak to is exhausted and hurting. And I personally really want to do everything that I can to stand up for the people who are systemically oppressed and have been in this country for a really, really long time. I also understand that everything that's going on reverberates and touches the trauma triggers for all of us. And that if any one of us is going to be able to really stand up and make a difference and support others, we are all going to have to learn how to take moments for self-care. This really profound and simple symbol of health, the yin and yang, shows that these two balancing forces, these two co-creative forces, need to be in balance. And when everyone's really triggered like this, often it makes us want to do, act. It's very yang, it's very progress, dominance culture, that in many ways that essence is at the heart of the issue. And so today I am inviting all of us to spend a little time. We're going to spend a little more time doing some yin practices. We're going to spend more time being quiet and inward and less outward and active. We're going to give ourselves a chance to really connect with this body. And you can start right now. You can put a hand on your sacred, beautiful, amazing body and start to feel the breath there. Maybe you have two hands, as I do, one on my belly. And every body is sacred. Every body has its own needs and its own boundaries, which deserve to be respected. Every body is equally worthy of respect. But you, for reasons none of us humans can totally understand, you got this one. Your spirit is here in this body with this name and this age. Feel this breathing body. And right now, for this hour, this is the only body who you are responsible for. This one. Treat your body today like you would treat the most tender child, like the most beloved being who's been put in your care. As you're ready, and maybe you're already getting there, you can come onto your back. The culture that we're moving toward is a trauma-informed culture. And I'm going to be more explicit in the way that I teach about how we can work with trauma in the body. You're going to just stay on the back. Your feet can be on the ground. And your belly and your heart rising and falling, maybe with the hands there for a little longer. And there's a lot of good research to back this, but it really resonates with what the shamanic and indigenous cultures, what the yoga teachings say about how trauma gets stored in our bodies, how these past experiences get stored here. And we have to spend just a little downtime honoring them regularly. You're going to pick up your left foot, and if you have a belt or a strap, you could loop it around, or you could just Have your hands behind the back of the left leg. You can do whatever you want with the other leg. Take now 5 really deep, full breaths, holding on to the left foot or leg or strap. And feel the breath moving through this body, this experience, this moment. This is how we become grounded again in the now through this sacred body. And now put the right foot back on the floor. If it's not, you're going to unhook the belt or whatever you got across the left leg, left foot over the right thigh, and then hug the right thigh in toward your chest. And it's really simple figure 4 shape. I'll show it from this direction, but you're here and you're breathing, and the feeling in the body will call the attention and the breath. And that's the little game. That's the little sweet game we play here, right? Where does the attention and breath need to go? How can I send it and release it from there on the exhale? You're gonna just switch sides. So the left foot will come down, the right foot will come up. Take your belt if you have it. If you want to extend the left leg, go for it. And now, how deeply can you breathe? You're going to start to take the right ankle over the left thigh, and then hug the left thigh in toward the chest and breathe here. And if the mind feels really active, maybe be a little creative with how you connect the breath and the attention. Sometimes I like to imagine light in those spaces, and that helps me keep my active mind anchored. Nice big exhale. And then I want you to go ahead and take both feet back to the floor. And actually stomp your feet now. It's like you just want to move some of the energy in the feet and the legs. And then take the legs back into the air, both of them now, and shake. And just shake, shake, shake. Yeah? Shake it a little bit more, shake it a little bit more, shake it a little bit more. Great. Hug the knees into the chest, and then you're gonna rock up. You'll end up on your hands and your knees. And you can do some cats and cows, so lifting the chest on the inhale, rounding the spine on the exhale. And you could do that 1 or 2 more times. And then start to come to a neutral spine. Pick up the left leg and reach it back, and take the right arm and reach it forward. Find yourself reaching in both directions. Take a big in-breath. And then as you breathe out, bring the elbow to the knee and the knee to the elbow, and go nice and slow. So starting to build up a little heat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Starting to make a little space in the shoulders. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. And then go ahead and take the foot down, step the hand down, and then rock over onto one side. Take the left arm alongside the ear and take a big side body stretch. Really big full breaths in and out of the spaces in your body. Everywhere your attention and breath goes, you're honoring that part of yourself that needs love, right? That needs care. Now we're going to end up with the left knee back on the floor like it was before. So look down, take the knee down, then take the left arm and thread it under the right. Lay the left side of the head on the ground, reach the right arm forward, breathe. Breathe big breaths in and out of the shoulders. Come back up onto hands and knees. Take an inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, push the hands and the knees into the earth. Come to a neutral spine again. Take the left arm forward and the right leg back. And go really slow. Big inhale, drink in all the air, and then exhale, round, elbow to the knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Then take the hand down, step the foot down, come onto your left hand and your left knee, right foot's on the ground. Right arm reaches alongside your ear and breathe and stretch and reach and feel. And then look down, and you can take the right knee down and then thread the right arm under the left arm, lay the right side of the head on the ground. Take the left fingertips forward and breathe and feel. I have to say that over the weekend, I was in a triggered trauma state for a lot of it, and I couldn't get to my yoga mat. I was more in a fetal position, right? So if you are here, rejoice. Send the breath liberally through the body. Take the hands back onto the mat, under your shoulders, lift up through your chest. And then exhale, round the spine. Now, next we're gonna do a little bit of ball work, actually, with the hips. Now that the whole body's a little bit opened up. My ball's over here. So if you have a ball, bring it out. And if you don't, I'll give you an alternative, and it's all about the breath anyway. So for this, we're gonna actually work with the outer hip. So you can sit kind of sideways on your mat, and you're gonna put it right here under the hip. I'll show you what I'm lying on, this space right here, between my hip point and the top of the femur. And you can also do this at a wall if putting the whole weight of your body down on the ball feels like it's too much. So I want you to just take a few deep breaths here. And those of you for whom it feels comfortable to actually lie all the way down, you can. Otherwise, you can stay propped up on your elbow. And then just take really, really deep breaths here. You can totally move around. You can totally try to find a sweet spot. But make sure you spend at least one breath cycle where you just allow the heaviness inside to meet the ball, especially on your exhale. And you allow the expansiveness, especially that inhale, to meet the ball. Relax your jaw, one more breath. And then you're gonna switch sides. So you could either roll over via your belly, or you could push yourself up and switch sides that way. Exact same spot, right, between that top of the femur and the kind of bottom of the hip point, the outer hip point. You get to control, how much weight goes onto there, and you could definitely do the wall if this side feels too tight. If when you feel ready, you can come all the way down. Whatever's going on, it's that breath. It's that breath. That's where it's at. Can you allow the weight to be really heavy,
especially at the bottom of your exhale. And can you allow the expansive feeling to really kind of push out and expand in that area, especially on your inhale. The final exhale, I always imagine as a kind of cleaning out, right? As a total cleaning out. And then as you're ready, you're going to come on up from that. Come back onto your hands and your knees. And this time just kind of move the hips around side to side, or you can make little circles with your hips. But now exploring a little bit of kind of the outer spaces of the hips. And then eventually just making your way into downward dog. But if you want to stay a little wiggly with the hips when you get there, you can do that too. And then I want you to really feel your hands and your feet on the planet. And I love rolling out my hands and my feet too. When I'm feeling a lot of fear, as I have been, I can get really contracted. And so that rolling out can be helpful, or just spreading out here. If you spread out your fingers and your toes like from each other and making space between them. And you can kind of spread back and down the heels, as well as the heels of the hands. On your next inhale, come forward into plank pose. And hover here in plank pose, belly engaged, back of the neck long. Push down through the hands and the right foot and just lift up your left leg. Feel yourself getting nice and strong here. Feel the breath coming, and maybe Ujjayi breath, right? It's very active, yang breath, but it can help us burn away impurities and make us feel more relaxed at the end of class. Now go ahead and lift up the left leg really high. Let your right heel drop. Option to open that top hip and bend the knee, which might feel quite good. If it doesn't, don't do it. Okay. And then straighten the left leg, square off the hips. And then you're just going to step that left foot directly between your hands. We'll do a really simple twist here. First, extend your right foot back, heel back, head forward, then lift up the left arm. Take 3 breath cycles here. I want you to keep loving this body. I want you to keep thanking this body, this one right here. Take the left hand down. Step back to plank pose. Breathe in. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the planet. Inhale, glide your heart forward and up, point your toes, stream the feet back, and then roll your shoulders back and down. Child's pose, press up and back, breathe out. In child's pose, take these really deep, big breaths. And I've been telling people that I work with, we're freaking out. It's like, my practice is really simple right now, and sometimes it's chocolate and a jigsaw puzzle, which is here off behind me. It's what you see. It's in my room right now. It's okay. Finding these moments like this, though, where you can do your practice and you can breathe, even if just for a couple minutes. It's really heroic, right? In times when things are really chaotic, to be able to come back to your equilibrium. Okay, coming back up onto your hands and your knees, and then making your way to downward dog yet again. Again, make that deep connection with the earth by spreading out the hands and the feet, letting there be anchors in the heels of the feet and the hands, letting the head just drop. Pick up your right leg, take a big in breath as you do so. Open the right hip and stack it on top of the left, and let the right knee bend. You breathe out. Stay there for a full breath cycle. And then lift the right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot forward between your hands. Low lunge twist. Option, of course, to put a block under your left hand. Right arm reaches up. And then feel your dimensions in space. And see if you can lengthen, crown of the head forward, heel back. Right fingertips up, feel your breath. And then go ahead and take that right hand down again. Stepping back to plank pose, inhale. Lowering knees, chest, and chin as you exhale. The heart is open on the earth. And then glide the heart forward and up so it lifts a little bit skyward or forward. And then child's pose again. It just so happens that we were already working with the theme of fear in our classes. And the first thing that I try to do when I'm in a state of fear is to find a safe place, find a safe space, a center of trust. And the day when we can find that inside of ourselves all the time, right, we are self-realized, right? And so just practicing now, what does it feel like to be in a space of trust, even if fear is here too? What if the fear exists in a bigger container of trust? A space where we can actually meet it and deal with it and do what needs to be done. Meet me in downward dog again. And then meet me in a standing forward fold at the front of your mat. So you can walk your way on forward and then take a little time to hang the upper body over the lower body. As always, you're invited to bring your blocks along for the ride. And actually, let's do this first. Just come and stand really nice and tall and clear. And here's the arm movement that we're going to do over and over again at the beginning of this sequence, okay? It's from Qigong, and you have your hands face up in front of your belly, and then you take an inhale and you lift them up. And then as you exhale, you let the hands come down really gentle and slow. Just do that a couple more times, just like this, standing clear and tall, breathing in, the hands come up in front of your body, and then the hands go out alongside the edges. Yeah. Okay, great. So then the next time that your hands are in front of your belly, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna wait for the inhale to come, and as you inhale, pick up your left knee and pick up your hands. Great, and then as you exhale, you're gonna come into warrior three. You're gonna let the arms come out to the side as your heart comes forward, then interlace your fingers behind your back. Okay, so we're in warrior three now. Stay for 5 breaths. If you need to lower your hands onto blocks or do something different, you can. Breathe for 2. Breathe for 3. 4. Exhale, 5. Now you're gonna come all the way back up to stand, bringing the left knee with you. And then lower that left foot. Come to stand clear and tall on both legs again. And just let the arms drop down. Just let them release completely, right? So release that grip. Let the arms dangle as much as you can. If you need to kind of keep them up around your shoulders and then drop them a couple of times to get there, you can do that. And then hands in front of your low belly. Gaze is straight ahead. We can try that on the other side. So you're gonna pick up your right knee as you inhale and the hands float up, breathing in. The hands end up palms up along above your head, and then as you breathe out, kind of dive forward, right leg back, warrior 3, with fingers interlaced behind your back. Breathe for 1. Breathe 2. Even though I did not work out last weekend, my body feels exhausted, you know, from processing, from emotional processing, I think from being tense in fear. I don't know what's going on with your body, but honor it, whatever it is. Okay, come back up to stand. Take the right knee up. And then just let the arms drop down. Let the right foot step down, and then here we are back at the top again. So we're going to go through that again and add on a little bit. So hands, fingertips facing each other, palms up. As you inhale, pick up your left knee and lift the hands in front of the body. As you exhale, heart forward, left leg back. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Now this time, go ahead and land the left foot. Find the floor with that left foot. We're going to set up an angled lunge variation. So the right knee wants to be a little backed up. It's not right in front of, over the ankle. The heart comes forward, the arms stream back. The back of the neck is long. Breathe 1. Now, option to bring the arms alongside your ears. Release the arms if you want to do that. It's a lot harder. Breathe for 2. Create that diagonal line from fingertips to back heel. 3. Hear your breath. 4. Maybe it's that Ujjayi breath. 4, 5. Wonderful. From here, you're actually going to take your hands to the ground. Bring the weight forward into the right foot, pick up your left leg, lengthen your spine, and then pour yourself down over the right leg, standing split for 1. Breathe for 2. Breathe 3. 4. And 5. Great, you're gonna step the left foot next to the right foot, lengthen your spine, then fold down into your legs. Push the floor away, engage your bandhas, come all the way up as you breathe in, lift up through the arms. And as you breathe out, just bring the hands in front of your heart in prayer, close the eyes. It may feel very different on both sides of your body right now. Great, and then you're gonna take your hands in front of your low belly with the palms up. Shift the weight onto the left foot, pick up your right knee, and inhale, glide the hands up, palms up in front of you. And then as you exhale, heart forward, right leg back. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Then land the right foot down. Angled lunge. So for angled lunge, it's like a high lunge, except your heart's at a diagonal, not upright. And the left knee is backed up a little bit, so it's not directly over the ankle, and that puts more work in your left hamstrings. Now, option to bring the arms forward as you breathe for 2. Breathe deeply. 3. Breathing. 4. And 5. Go ahead and look forward and down. Take the hands down, shift the weight into the left foot, pick up the right leg and pick up your heart. And then dive over the left leg and breathe for 1. Breathe 2. Breathe 3. Keep calling the attention back to your sacred body. 4. If you're feeling the breath, you're in it. You're doing it. You're doing great. For 5. Just step the right foot next to the left. I like to bend my knees a little as I do that. Then you can straighten the legs if you want, lengthen the spine, and then fold down into your legs. Big breath out, and keep the breath out. Then push the feet into the floor, bring the arms out and up, and take a big inhale, come all the way up. Rise up tall, and then let the hands come down in front of the heart and close the eyes. Good, inhale, reach up. Look up, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then you could jump or step back and take the chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Downward dog is our meeting place. And from downward dog, pick up your left leg. Big inhale. And then exhale, take that left foot outside of your left pinky and lower your right knee. This is a place you might want a blanket under the right knee. But we are going to be here a little while. We're going to stay here. We're going to take deep breaths. We're going to feel that space inside the body that is calling for the attention. We are going to stay here a little bit longer. Those of you who like to bend the back knee and reach the hand for that foot or take a strap, you can. We're going to stay about 5 more deep breaths. So just letting everything slow down. And then with an exhale, finally release that foot if you had it. Finally come back up onto the hands. And I want you to really mindfully, slowly first pick up the back knee and use the strength of the arms in your belly. Then pick that left foot up and step it back. Next, pick up the right leg. Breathe in deep. And then step the right foot outside of the right pinky. Lower the left knee. And begin to breathe very deeply. Sending the breath to the places that need attention. If coming down onto the forearms or possibly bending the back knee feels right, go ahead. And give yourself permission to go into the darker spaces, the quieter spaces, the less visible spaces now. Five more breaths. Can you go? Notice where the breath is calling you, or the attention is being called, right? The feeling. And then can you go to like the inside of that feeling with your breath? Can you surround it completely? And then can you let it go on this last breath out? Again, we want to break this down so it goes really nice and slow. Your hands on the inside of your right foot, picking up the left knee, engaging the belly, and then stepping the right foot back. So it all feels like it happens really clear. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. Exhale, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, either upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Now, from here, come forward again into a plank pose, and then exhale, lower all the way onto your belly. Bring your third eye onto the ground. Put your hands alongside your thighs with your palms up, and then press down into your hands, lift up your shoulders, press down into your feet, and just lift up your head. It doesn't have to come up very high at all. So you're gonna kind of keep pressing down through the front body. And can you get a sense that the back body is almost like levitating? Right? Can you feel how as you engage the back body, it kind of stretches the front body and lengthens it. Option to pick up the feet if that feels good. But feel that there's something really strong inside the center of this It's letting you almost feel like you're floating. On the next out breath, come on down and just rest on one cheek. And then wiggle the hips a little bit. We're gonna do that one more time. Same beginning. I want you to bring your third eye onto the ground. Press down through the hands and the feet. Just lift up the shoulders and then just lift up the head. And then maybe lift up the legs, maybe not. And then if you want to change it, you could either come all the way to Dhanurasana, so bending the knees, reaching your hands back through your feet or ankles, and then lifting up through the feet to open up the hands and arms and shoulders. Or you could stay where you were, or you could do Shavasana with the fingers interlaced. 3 more breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Come on down. And again, rest on one cheek. Wiggle out the hips. Great, then hands alongside your mid-ribs. Come into a little cobra at first, again, so we can feel like light, like we're levitating. We pull the elbows together toward each other, but on the back. So the front of the chest opens and lifts. If you want to take that into upward dog, breathe in. And downward dog, everybody, breathe out. Inhale, lift up the left leg. Exhale, tuck the knee inside of the left thumb. We're going to do another yin hold for the hips. This one, pigeon pose. Lift up through your heart and then pour your heart way forward. Obviously, if you want some props, you can use them. We're going to be here about 2 minutes. Breathing and feeling. So definitely take your time setting up if that's necessary. Remind yourself that there's no rush. And then once you get there, really settle. Let everything that's heavy inside you just be heavy. Let everything that's light and spacious be light. How wonderful that you're honoring this sacred body right now, right here. Every time that you find that you've gotten distracted, right, your attention has come away from honoring this sacred body here. Find some feeling inside and reconnect. That's a feeling that no one else can feel for you, right? They have their own version. They have their own inner reality. We have to honor that. But your inner reality, your inner sanctum, your inner temple, is calling you. Last breath cycle here. Make your way back on up. Take your time. If you'd like to throw in a vinyasa there, you can. But then lift up the right leg, breathing in. Tuck the right knee inside of the right thumb, breathing out. Lifting up through the heart, drop down through the hips, and then go ahead and come on forward. Now we're going to take these really deep breaths here. And so don't worry if you need to take a little time fidgeting, getting it right. Because once you do get it right, then you can settle into that space of trust, of acceptance.
you can allow the heavy parts to be heavy and the light parts to be light. You can give this body here, which has been through so much, as all bodies have at this point. You can give this body here the attention and care that it needs. Last breath cycle. And then allow yourself to come back up, option for another vinyasa. And then I want you to choose one inversion to do today. And it could be something a little more active, if that feels right. Anything from handstand to forearm stand to even headstand might feel active for you. Or something more restful. Shoulder stand feels restful for some. And the most restful of all would be just to lie on your back with your legs in the air. But go ahead and choose whichever inversion you are feeling today. And we'll practice that for a little over a minute. Each asana, that's the Sanskrit word for pose, originally, it also means just seat, but each asana, each pose creates a different sensory experience inside. Where are the sensations here? What's asking to be honored and attended to here? Now, if this pose has counter poses, you can come into them. So, I'm in shoulder stand, so I'll do plow, balasana with the legs overhead. You might be doing something different. And then you'll come down and everyone's gonna meet on the back with the feet on the ground. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, like we started. Take a few really nice, soothing, loving breaths here. If you would like to do a full wheel pose today, you could put your hands alongside your ears. You could come all the way up if you feel ready. If you'd rather just do bridge, a little simpler, a little quieter and gentler, you could just lift up your hips now. And take 5 breaths of bridge pose. 1, or wheel. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and come on down. From wherever you are, take the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall apart. Supta Baddha Konasana.
Now this would be a lovely place to just stay, and you could actually just stay here for the whole end of class if you wanted. Or if there's one more closing pose you'd like to do, you could do that, and then we'll all have the option for Shavasana. Again, you can put your hands on your body. Maybe if you have a blanket, you could put over your body. I've been using my little eye pillow more recently, and it's been really nice just to have that heaviness and that darkness. Again, it's an invitation into the yin energy that right now is very lacking, right? We're all so excited. An invitation just to go into those quiet places and be held. But whatever it is that's making contact with your skin, let it be a reminder that you are held. That you do belong here. That you are valuable. There are beings on this planet who may not respect all bodies, but that does not mean that your body is not worthy of respect. Find your way into the pose where you're going to rest for the end of class. And make yourself very comfortable there. The way that we do things outwardly in the world is the way that we do them inside. And so you being here, learning how to fully, truly honor this body makes you more capable of respecting and honoring and loving other bodies out there. Self-care is training for caring for others if we let ourselves do it all the way. Let the breath grow quiet and gentle. The chant that we're doing right now is a chant that means gone, gone, far gone, far completely gone. Oh, what an enlightenment. And it's talking about the feeling of freedom. That is the enlightened state, the forces that might harm us falling away, gone, gone. And as I chant, you'll feel vibrations perhaps, and I encourage you to imagine any last sort of toxicity in the body, any last pain from the trauma just pouring out, leaving you to be free of it while you rest for these few minutes. Gate, gate, para gate, para san gate,
Bodhisattva. Gate, gate, para gate, parasangate, bodhisattva. Gate, gate, para gate, parasangate, bodhisattva. Gate, gate, bharadate, parasangate, bodhisattva. Gate, gate, paragate, 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 parasangate, bodhisattva.
You can slowly start to deepen your breath and wiggle the fingers and toes. New song in the mix here. Come up to sit and just take a moment. Put your hands on your body again. And feel your breath. And thank this body. Bolo Shri Sadguru Mata Devi Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you.